Baltimore Ravens. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On the ground, Michel looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On the play, and it's 3rd down.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
A gain of 59 yards.
Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to. But a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit. That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They run for the first time with Justice Hill. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
37 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Chargers 0.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
1 yard.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Taken down at the
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
brought down.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Herbert. He'll get that complete to Reed. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Charger football to start quarter number 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run with Michelle, and he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Touchdown.
Zach Ertz there to make the grab. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Switch gears.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
39-yard line.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. This time Jackson will throw it. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
4th down, here's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And on 4th and short, they snag a gain of over 30. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
It's a loss of 4.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Chargers 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Melifonwu with the tackle.
By the wide receiver.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Open man is Reed. He's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert back to the air. And this will be incomplete. Herbert, physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he slings one that's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Herbert throwing again. That's to his running back, Sony Michel.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, Herbert. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Play action. It's Herbert. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first down, Dobbins. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. From the gun, Jackson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the Chargers' 46-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, 46 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. From the gun, they run with Michelle. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't...
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Ravens 28, Chargers 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
But coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
A gain of 43 yards.
Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Out of the gun, Herbert rolling to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Pettis once again the target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
And now down 3 scores. I don't think there's any decision at all. You've got to go for it because you don't know how many more times you're going to get an opportunity. Field goals, they're not going to cut it in this situation.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 6-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now this time he'll look to throw. Now he's forced out right. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
The kickoff for the Chargers.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Shavarius Ward in on the tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Play action. It's Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Loss on the play. 2nd and goal at the 12-yard line.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Ravens 35, Chargers 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Herbert looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. A gain of 6 there on 1st. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To the air again, Herbert. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 18. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
1st down, Chargers.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert operating from the red zone. Forced out to him, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bruce Irvin in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. If they can finish this one out, they'll book a date in the AFC title game next Sunday. And it looks good so far as they try to run some clock here in this 4th quarter. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA.